Next thing, the Bulls have fired Coach Tom Thibodeau after what was largely a pretty successful career coaching.
He had
the
a
Bulls.
pretty good run there.
He took them to the playoffs 5 times, but made it to the Eastern Conference Finals only once. So it's kind of like, in some senses, a George Karl situation. Like, yeah, okay, you got him there, but you didn't do what we wanted to do. So my question is, is this somebody that the Nuggets should look at?
No, they're not going to.
Okay, so
they're not going to.
It's not a fit here.
No.
It's not. He's a defensive specialist. The 5 years that you talked about in the playoffs, they led the league in points, number 1 in points by opponents. They were number 1 in the league. I've thought it over. Chris Dempsey at one point said, let a coach come in and present his philosophy to this team. And I've kept thinking about that. No. His concentration on defense, what you do here is you've got to run people out of the building. Defense allows opponents, if you're slowing down the game, as the Bulls do, then you let teams that are on 4-game road trips get their breath. They don't have to worry. They don't have to think all day, oh, I don't want to play here. I'm tired. This is a game you just write off. It's got to be somebody with a strong offensive philosophy to run people. Then it's kind of like the Rapids from this point. The Rapids have really become a very good defensive team. They got no offense. They can't beat people. They can only hope to tie. Really, that's about it. We hope for a 0-0, a 0-0 tie or a 1-0 game. And the Nuggets can't do that. Their only hope is to run the basketball.
Yeah. Couple of thoughts. Number 1, he's not a good fit here for all those reasons. Number 2, he's a difficult guy to get along with. I mean, John Paxson is one of the nicest guys around in basketball. He couldn't get along with John Paxson, who runs the Chicago Bulls. He's a guy who spends 16 hours a day watching videotape. He's totally myopic. It's all about the basketball, and he wears people out. Now, he is a great defensive coach. I mean, great. And he'll end up either as a head coach or as a top lieutenant to somebody who...
head coach at New Orleans.
Well, that's very possible. The other thing is, you're not a success if you don't get to the finals, and as long as you are in the same conference as LeBron James, you're going to have trouble getting to the finals.
Right.
That's who's gotten there the last 5 years. That's why any coach that takes a job in the Eastern Conference is going to be deemed a failure unless he gets past LeBron James. He couldn't get past LeBron James.